The Volta Regional Director of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Joseph Nkwanta, says cholera cases are on the increase in Hohoe and in Nkwanta North District of the Volta region. The number of cholera cases in the Volta region has seen a significant rise, with over 400 cases killing 6 people. Dr. Joseph Nkwanta is Volta Regional Director for the Ghana Health Service and has joined us over the telephone. Dr. Nkwanta, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
What has been identified for the quick spread of cholera in the Volta region? One would imagine that region may have learned from Accra.
I don't think the spread in Volta region is extraordinary. The issue is that once you have a situation like that, before it begins to come down, it has to rise before it comes down. And what I can say is that, yes, the initial rise, the initial dramatic rise which we saw is now abating. The numbers are increasing, but the rise is not as sharp as we saw earlier on. What we have identified, I told you, I think a week ago, had to do with the use of an abandoned toilet, which was not covered. But fortunately, the municipal assembly has demolished it. And I think you should know that now we are in the rainy season. So obviously, during the rainy season, you see a lot more cases than when it's not in the rainy season. But yes.
All right, go ahead.
But the disease control officers are following up with the contact and are giving prophylaxis to the contact. So we are managing the situation.
But Dr. Nkwanta, at the time Accra was experiencing its peak of the spread of cholera, what was the Volta region doing in preparing for a possible outbreak?
In fact, we had the peak in August in the Volta region, but fortunately now in our 5 districts, the initial district which saw the cases don't see cases anymore. We are now seeing cases only in Hohoe and in Nkwanta North. And like I said before,
I was hoping my question will address what measures the health directorates in that region had put in place even before it recorded its first phase, at the time Accra was having its peak of cholera spread.
At the time, we gave an epidemic alert, and all the districts went on extensive education, from churches to marketplaces to people were going from homes to homes. And that is why we are not seeing massive spread of cases across the region. Initial 5 districts that had it in the south, 4 in the south and then 1 in Nkwanta South. All of it now has abated. But the current situation, like I said before, has to do with Hohoe and Nkwanta North. We are still on the education, and you know that what we observed was towards the end of the month and the very first week of each month, when people travel to the areas for funeral. Soon after the weekend of the funeral, we begin to have more cases. And that is what we have been experiencing also. So we have instructed our disease control officers to even use the funeral grounds for health education. And that is what they have been doing.
And so you believe that is what could curb the spread into other communities?
Yes.
I see. We'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much, Dr. Joseph Nkwanta is Director of Volta Regional Health Directorate.